So now we're doing metaphor and simile.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you want to just hang out and then do the separate one?
So I have the separate video going. We can
Okay.
keep this hangout going. We don't need to start a new one.
Okay, I got
I
it.
just changed the video.
Cool.
Okay, so everyone knows what a metaphor and a simile is, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we'll kind of do the same thing with these three, and then we'll compare. I guess we don't need to compare.
So the first one honestly kind of confused me. Like the similes and metaphors, like it didn't create any grandeur for me. I was kind of like, it talked about like the ooze of oil crushed. And I was like, interesting. Because to me that doesn't really like create grandeur. It was more like, that kind of makes me feel weird. Because like oil like usually makes me feel heavy and stuff. So this poem kind of confused me a little bit.
The God's grandeur.
Okay. Well, I kind of like, so the whole thing is kind of like a metaphor. It uses the similes like shining from shook foil, or where's another one? Like the ooze of oil. All of those things. So nature is like the grandeur of God, and then the oil for me was like, this is the man-made thing used to destroy God's things.
Mm-hmm.
But then it talks about at the end, for all this nature is never spent, there lives the dearest freshness, deep down things. So even though like the world, like you can put oil on things, you can smear it with oil, it still has the bright wings, it still like has a warm breast.
Yeah.
And also, I think that in the God's grandeur, like, it talk about like how proud human is, but at the same time that, you know, the God will show his power over us.
Yeah.
Because he said, I think there's a metaphor, it said the world is charged with the grandeur of God and nature is never spent.
Yeah.
But later, like it said, I think it was, it said, and though the last light of the black west wind, one morning at the brown big eastward springs. So he talks about like, God knows that human is pride, but he's gonna like, I don't know, I feel like he's gonna punish you sometime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, should we go on to Hill?
Yeah. Okay, this one was super long.
Yeah. I like how it said in the 1, 2, 3, 4th stanza, it was like, and then to awake and the farm like a wanderer white with the dew.
Mm-hmm.
And then it talks about it was Adam and Maiden. I kind of like that because to me it puts white with Adam and Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like religious aspect, so I was like, it kind of brings it back to the whole idea of innocence and purity to me. So I liked that. And then it also mirrors the idea of like white in the last stanza where it's like in the lamb white days. So it's just kind of creating like the idea of innocence and purity. And then even the first stanza, it talks about I was young and easy, which is like youthful innocence to me.
Yeah. Cool. I like that. Kind of like along with that, when he talks about like the mercy and the grace, and he kind of like, golden is the mercy of his means and green in the golden. I was a huntsman and a herdsman in the clouds. It's kind of like the innocence, but then it's like the creator, so it takes the religious aspects to like outside of us, and it also puts them in there. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also that it said that I think it said wait to the farm forever, fly from the childless land.
Mm-hmm.
I think the author shows that he didn't realize that his childhood happiness will be disappear forever if he becomes adult.
Oh yeah.
But later, like it said, before the children green and golden follow him out of grace. So it said as we grow up, that we will lose the childish like pureness. So I think that he shows that too.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
So then, neutral tones.
There's like a contrast in the first stanza between white and gray and ash.
Mm-hmm.
And then even the this isn't like metaphor or simile, but it's just like analysis. Even the poem, it's like neutral tones, kind of creates more of a muted tone for the whole poem.
Yeah.
So it's a lot less happy and like optimistic, and like even in the third stanza where it says the smile on your mouth was the deadest thing, alive enough to have strength to die, it's kind of like interspersing positivity with like kind of negative, like not negative but muted things to create the neutral muted tone in a sense, if that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
And also I think, I go for it.
Okay, so I like on the third stanza, it talks about alive enough to have the strength to die and the grin of bitterness swept thereby. So like life, this one talks about like life is like a bitter thing. And like when you have the strength to die, that grin is like the bitterness is able to leave.
And also, I think that there is a metaphor. It said, like, your eyes on me were as eyes that rove over tedious riddles of years ago. So it shows that how much the poet was confused about his love in the past. And also, I can see that how much God was mad at the author. Because he said that, I mean, like, the poet, he said, and the sun was white as the children of God.
Yeah.
There was similes for that.
I like how it has this overarching theme of like the sun was white as though children of God, and then it says at the end your face and the God cursed sun. I think those are really good, like strong depictive words, strong depictive kind of metaphors, as like God is the sun kind of thing.
Yeah.
So do you think that in the like neutral tones poem, do you think that the poet he's regretful or sad, like for the love he showed in the past?
I kind of don't feel like he's either. Like I don't feel like it's sad. I don't feel like it's regretful. I just feel like it's learned. He learned.
Oh, okay. You just learning something from in the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
What I felt was like the poet's kind of like a little bit regretful for the thing he has done in the past.
Okay.
But yeah, this is what I interpreted though. It's not the answer.
Yeah, no, you're good. Okay, so
I think we covered everything.
okay. Okay, so I'll write this one.
That was good.
Okay.
Did we talk about similes and metaphors for these three poems?
I did.
Said the what? Oh, you didn't. Okay, and I did, and all of us did it, right?
Yes.
For the metaphor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Good job, everyone.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
Okay.
See y'all later.